Today's topic is about connection. Now, events over the last week made me think about this a bit more, and something my friend Ray said last night really hit the nail on the head. Now, as probably most of you know by now, I'm a healer, as I've said before. But recently I've been called to do a lot more remote healing than I've probably ever done in my life before, in such a short space of time, like 4 incidents in like 4 days. And one time, one of the incidents, it was a young boy who had a virus, and he kept on becoming ill every few weeks, because I know the mum and dad quite well. Like every couple of weeks he was ill, and they didn't know why. And because I'd recently started remote healing somewhere else a few weeks ago, I decided I'd try to connect to them. And first of all, I couldn't. The first day I couldn't connect to him. The early hours of the following day I was able to. And all I can describe is what I was seeing at the time. It wasn't in sync with his energy, so his spiritual energy or something. That's what I could see, and I corrected that. And I got led to believe that the short-term issues that he's had are now ended, and not to say he's never going to be ill again, but he's not going to be ill like repeatedly every few weeks like he has been in the short term. So I told his mother, and she thanked me the next day, and it really was quite, touching. And then I had to do that with someone else, another young girl who's a little bit older. Again, I couldn't connect to her, but this time I connected to her in the early hours again. But this time I wasn't conscious of it. I just knew that when I woke up in the morning that I had. And again, exactly the same thing. And there was a third person I tried to help, who from America. But this time, I could sense their energy, no problem. I could sense it fine. But it was like really like, just describing as I see it, it was like red. Because it should, proper connection should be like almost like if your energy is flowing well, you should be like a golden colour, so to speak. But it was like red, like angry. It was like an anger around. I guess all I could describe it. And I healed it. I was shown to heal with like energy, sort of like as if you were cooling fire down, like cooling energy. So that's what I tried to do. And then I found her the next day again. She's better. Her temperature's gone down. So I thought, good. And then last night I was talking to Ray, my friend Ray, who I've interviewed on here, and I was trying to explain, like I've just explained now, about what had happened. And he said, connection. And I thought, that's it. Hit the nail on the head. Spot on. Because all of us are connected to the spirit realm from the moment we're born till the moment we die. How we live our life connected to the spirit realm is up to us, and situations and life, how we're treated, all sorts of things come into factor there. But we're all connected. If we weren't connected, we'd be dead. Because once your silver cord is severed, you're not here no more. You're up in the spirit world. So, my perspective of this, you might think I'm wrong, but my perspective of this is, this silver cord is like an umbilical cord, like what you have when you're in your mother's womb. It's like it's sending information. It's feeding you from the spirit realm, and you're sending information back to the spirit realm. So all subconsciously, you don't know you're doing it, but it's happening. Now, some people are born with the ability to be aware of this from the moment they're born, and pretty much they're toddlers, and it's with them the rest of their life. Like 2 people I've interviewed recently. Others, like myself, you sort of become awakened in life, and you become conscious of it. And you can conscious of that connection. Some have said it's re-establishing a connection. Some have said it's severing connection. You never sever it. If you sever it, you'd be dead. But it is in a sense re-establishing this, yes. But what is worrying me is I've had to help 2 children basically suffering with illness because of their connection. Wherever was gone in their life has affected their connection. And I think they're both from loving homes. I don't think there's any issues in that respect at all. But I do believe that both of them go on YouTube a lot. One of them I know for a fact goes on Roblox a lot. I don't know about the other one. And I'm starting to think, is the toxic and what they're seeing, what they're watching, is it affecting them to affect their connection to the spirit realm? I don't know. I'm not an expert in this. It's just my opinion. But it's starting to make me a bit worried. Like, how many kids out there are going to be going through the same thing? You know, that the connection's going to be affected like this, and they're going to go through the same thing. And you know, you've doctors put down to viruses and stuff like that, which maybe I'm wrong, maybe it is, but it seems really freaky to me that every time, and I've done it in the past as well, I've helped a person with their connection issues, they suddenly make a miraculous recovery. That seems quite, you know what I mean? It can be coincidences, or it can be coincidence, maybe at all, but it just makes you think. So that's what this video is about connection, how good your connection is with the other side, how bad it is. And the last person that I had to heal, I was asked to heal, and I really couldn't believe it when I connected with him. I really could not believe it. It was like, he's a non-believer of the spiritual realm, but he's gone to the stage he can hardly walk, he can hardly do anything. And he's probably, say, in his 60s, something like that. And I connected with his soul and soul energy. That's when I connected, wrote for you, and I was like stunned. I looked at it and I thought, what am I supposed to do? And I had a voice said to me, clean. You know, because technically, because what it was, only way I could try and describe it into words, it was like, you know, like you see in these like films like Indiana Jones. People getting like encased in a web, like from a spider or something like that, big giant spider, something like that. He was encased in something all around him, and I was just like, remotely now to do it. I was pulling it all off him. I was told I had to do it, and I did it. And I've no idea how the person is today. I won't know for another week how the person is at all, so I'll have to wait and find out how he is and if he's any better or not. But I'd never seen anything like it in my life. So, my message today, if you're out there and you feel your connection could be better, then please try to make it better. If you think your children are becoming more negative, if you think their toxic world around us is affecting them, then please do something about it. Get them off their computer, get them outside, get them in the nature's the best healer of all. Just get them out. It's one of these messages. How can I say? When I do these podcasts, I sort of get guided with ideas, but I don't really get too much of what I'm going to talk about till I actually do this. But this one, I felt a push all morning. I was doing other stuff, editing and stuff like that. I've been a push all morning, and I've got to get this message out ASAP. And I got another podcast due out before this, but because of the urgency, I feel I need to push this one out. I'm going to push this one out before it. And anyway, so that's me done with it. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I feel it's an important topic. So until next time, guys, peace, speak soon.